Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles, and today I'm going to talk about 2022 releases that I should have read. In my last video, I talked about my most anticipated releases for 2023, and in that video, I mentioned that I'm not great with keeping up with new releases, and this is the proof of that. I started doing this video last year after Ashley from Bookish Realm the previous year had done one of her Vlogmas videos like this, and it really does make sense for me to do this every year because I'm always missing new releases. I'm going to start with the two that I don't have physical copies of, starting with Gleanings by Neil Shusterman. I read the Arc of the Scythe trilogy with Robin and Dasha at the end of 2021 going into 2022. I have a full series review of it, so I will have it linked in the cards and in the description. I really love the first two books, didn't necessarily love the ending, but he released a short story collection and I am excited to see what he included in there and which characters we're going to follow. I believe this came out, I think, around November, but hopefully I can get to this one soon. The other book that I don't have a physical copy of is Don't Go Bake in My Heart. I read Sweet Hand last year and I really enjoyed it. I don't have a physical copy of that either, so I really need to get one. But then the next one came out and I really love romance companion novel series, so I'm excited to continue this one, but honestly, I totally forgot about it. And I read Sweet Hand so late in the year that it just completely slipped my mind. Moving on to the books that I do have, the first is Risky Assets by Rachel Echols. This is the second book in the Trading Secrets trilogy. I read Trading Secrets, I think, in 2020. The publisher sent me a copy of it and I ended up loving it. It's like a Lifetime movie. There's so much drama and mess and murder and all that fun stuff. So I had pre-ordered book 2 and I had started to pick it up. However, I ended up falling into a reading slump that month, so I never picked it back up. In book 1, we were following Celeste Donovan. She is a boss bitch on Wall Street. She falls in love with this man named Theo, but then one day she gets the call that Theo has had a horrific death and he dies in a helicopter crash. Parts of the story aren't adding up and Celeste starts to believe that her ex-boyfriend is behind Theo's death, so she starts to investigate. Like I said, I love the first book and I gave it 5 stars, so I'm really excited to continue the series. Next, we have The Oleander Sword by Tosh Suri. I read The Jasmine Throne last year and a lot of people don't love it because it is very slow in the beginning. I went in with 0 expectations, so I enjoyed it and I rated it 4 stars. So I went and got book 2 when it came out and I'm excited to continue this series. In the first book, we are following 2 perspectives, Priya, who is a maidservant to the princess, and Princess Malini, who has been sent into exile because her brother, the emperor, demanded her to light herself on fire and she didn't do it. The magic in this world is really interesting. It has a lot to do with plants, and there's also a rebellion because no one seemingly lights the current emperor. I just really enjoy the story. It is very much a slow burn with the romance and the fantasy, but I didn't mind it. The next book on this list is The Final Strife. This one has been making its rounds on BookTube and I've kind of heard mixed things about it, but I do know that at least Joshana really likes it and I typically trust Joshana's taste, so I hope that I'm going to enjoy it as well. This is described as the first book of a visionary fantasy trilogy with its roots in mythology of Africa and Arabia. 3 women band together against the cruel empire that divides people by blood. Oh, this map is also very gorgeous. Sounds good. I think I'm gonna like it. I did also get the audiobook for this because it is very chunky and sometimes a blended read is just easier for me to get through really chunky reads. So I'm really looking forward to this one, and the sequel's coming out this year. So hopefully if I like it, I'll continue the series. And the last book on this list is The First to Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I really enjoyed They Both Die at the End. It was a 5-star read for me, and I was really hoping that Adam Silvera would write more in this world because I'm really intrigued by the whole system. In the first book, we're following 2 teenagers, Rufus and Mateo, who have both gotten a call from Deathcast. This means that they are going to die sometime within the next 24 hours. They don't know exactly when or how, they just know that it's going to happen soon. So there's an app called Last Friend where people who have gotten their call from Deathcast can sign up for this app and choose someone to spend their last day with. Rufus and Mateo meet through the app and we follow their story from there. I loved it. I know that book is kind of polarizing, but I really enjoyed it. And so I'm really intrigued to read this one. It's a prequel to They Both Die at the End, so I'm hoping that we learn a little bit more about how Deathcast was formed and why. So those are 6 releases from 2022 that I wish I had read. Hopefully I can get to all of them this year. Let me know if there are any 2022 releases that you didn't get to that you're looking forward to. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.